Well, it's day 2 of my project. I feel much better today. I was getting a little tired yesterday. I worked like 7 hours on those steps. And today, what do we got going on here? Got some metal brushes here. Got a bucket of water. Homer is gonna help me. Let's do it. Let's do this, apparently. Oh, yeah. Whew. Well, after I cut off the video yesterday, I think I did 1 extra step or 2 extra steps. So see, I've got 9 steps here total, and I've got 3 left to get the fix-all off. What a bad move. That was a bad mistake by my part. My loss is your gain. Don't use fix-all outside, okay? Just inside. And I'm going to use that water before I actually use this multi-tool. See, I got most of the stuff off. See this top step, there's still bits of fix-all right in here, and instead of doing that, I'm going to try something different later. I'm going to take the bucket of water and I'm going to put some water on this, and I think that'll soften it up, even though it's been on here almost a good 9 months. I think it'll soften this up, but I might be able to scrape some of that off with the putty knife or my wire brushes. And see all the little bits of white that are still on here. Some of it's primer, but some of it is fix-all. I want to get all that fix-all off of there, and I think I can do that for the rest of that with water and some metal brushes. See here, here's some more right in here. Right there, right in there. Now those top steps, I just put a thin skim layer on there. Those were brand new 4x12s I put on. These were existing steps. And see, I don't have to scrape, I don't have to sand off as much small little bits, because I put this on in big layers because I built this up. Remember, I had these screws here, and I used those as my feathering edge because I wanted all these to taper downhill, because they were tapering the opposite direction, going down this way instead of coming down this way. So I thought, how am I going to be able to even it off so I don't have any waves and dipsy doodles on here? And I thought, hey, I'll just put some screws in there, use the screws as my straight edge, put my trowel on there, and then float it on down. It worked really good, and I'm planning on doing that again with some new material, but it's not going to be fix-all. You'll have to wait and see what I'm going to use. But first things first, I'm still concentrating on getting this stuff off. So see, most of the stuff that's left on these stairs here is primer, because I primed these steps before I put the thick layer of fix-all on there. And as you saw me taking that up, I've taken up most of the stuff because it came up in big thick layers. This didn't come up as easy because I didn't put a thick layer, just put a very thin layer on there, so it's harder to get that off, unlike these other steps. Okay, so but I'm still going to go over these with water too, I think, and see if I can soften up anything that's left here that's anything remotely fix-all. And then I'm going to take off any loose primer that's on here, and that'll come off once I saturate this with water and start using my my wire brushes. I don't know if I'm going to get to that today or not, but my intent is to get to it today. But sometimes plans change. It's always good to have a plan, but hey, if the plan changes, that's okay, as long as you're moving forward on your project. See how thick? Look how thick that was. That's how much I put on some of these stairs in the back, and then floated down, because that's how far it was going back hill. And I checked that with the level before I worked on these stairs. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to check out everything. So I checked everything, and it was pretty consistent. Everything was going the wrong direction, about the same amount. But this bottom stair, this is really thick. That little piece that I just showed you, it's probably twice as thick back in here, because this really took a nosedive down. But the step was still pretty solid, so I didn't want to have to replace that step. Had I replaced the step, I would have had to cut it maybe in thirds to try to take it out this way, because I couldn't get underneath there to do it under the stairs and take it out in chunks. And then to install a new one, that would have been difficult too. But in any case, these are still pretty solid stairs, even though they're about 18 years old or so. But they're only going to get worse if I don't do something to them. That's why I'm taking this effort and doing the best I can with these, making them flow out, kaboom, 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 with the water, with the snow runoff, the snow melt, all that kind of stuff. I want this to be good, and I thought I was good before. If you watched those other videos, you would have seen how good these stairs looked before the winter came, and then all kapooey happened. Okay, so if you want to see me start and continue on this project, it's day 2 of my project. If you want to watch that, stick around. Oh, feels good to be done for the day. Well, that's all I got for this time, but I'll be back with more videos.